Don was born an orphan. He was an angry child, so to control his worst impulses, he joined the army so he could learn self-discipline. Don fought in the Vietnam War. After his friend Frankie tripped a mine, shrapnel took Don's leg. He went back to America and eventually married his high school sweetheart, Becky. Don couldn't have children anymore, so he and his wife adopted Timmy, an orphan, and they raised Timmy as their own. Later, when his wife died from cancer, Don swore he would do what it took to help people and tried his best to raise Timmy on his own. He knew his son should have a mother, but he just couldn't bring himself to date again. Becky left Don a motorcycle and a simple leather jacket. Don struggled with suicide for many years. Whenever he felt overwhelmed, he would ride around on his bike to clear his head. It was the only thing that helped him with this depression. Don took to volunteering at a homeless shelter. He tried to have a positive influence on others' lives, and when he saw people looking sad, he asked them to smile, the same way his wife would often ask him to smile whenever he was looking blue. One day on the way home, he stopped to get some cough medicine for Timmy, who was having a bout of the flu. Don saw a lady in a scuba suit holding up a map and looking lost. He drove past her several times, trying to work up the courage to approach her, making sure that there wasn't somebody else already helping her. When it didn't look like anybody was assisting this woman, he finally worked up the courage to approach her. After all, his friends had been telling him that it's been several years now and he needed to start dating again. Don parked next to her, and he started out with complimenting her scuba suit. He then offered to help her, and seeing that she looked upset, asked her to smile using his charming southern hospitality. When she asked him for a handshake, his heart skipped a beat. Even if this went nowhere, he was starting to open up again. He was glad just to be making a new friend. And as he took her hand, she crushed it, electrocuted him, then threatened to tear his hand off. She stole the only two things he had left to remember Becky by, his motorcycle and his leather jacket. Afterwards, he rushed into the nearest building and called the police. He pressed charges, but the U.S. government would later cover up the incident because Captain Marvel was too useful. Don would never get justice. Don wound up in the hospital because of his crushed hand. He had no insurance, and thus the medical bills bankrupted him. Without his hand, he couldn't work and lost his job. The state then came and took Timmy away because Don couldn't provide for him anymore. Then the foreclosure notices started arriving in the mail. Exactly 3 months after Captain Marvel casually ruined his life, Don committed suicide with a single downward thrust to the wrist. #Don, but not forgotten.